Welcome everyone to the fourth episode of Exploring the Tan Universe Galaxy Awaits. I will be focusing on trying to do the commentary fully in English, the Taos, the Rakus, mostly everything except for like Tempai and some other very basic Riichi terms. You have a very nice hand, a painful hand with one Tora. There is a possibility to get a full straight here, and there's a possibility to get a mixed triple sequence 3, 4, 5 into our hand. We are currently dealer. We have been ranking up on stream, so that is why my first video was in, we are one away, was in like 2 ton in Moon Room, and now we are currently 5 ton in Sun Room. Can we get the 8 of dots for the straight? That would be the perfect tile. Let's see, do we accept anything else? We accept 3 of dots as well, and then we have painful cutting the 9. And then that is fine as well, but here he can stay hidden here, but it's early enough. I think I'm just going to press the Riichi button. It's Riichi, painful, full straight, 1 Tora, and on sumo, if we sumo, we have Hanuman. Is 18,000 or 6,000 each every sumo. I have found that the Sun Room, the opponents are quite a mixed bag. Some are better than others. I think Riichi City is still in an early stage where there are a lot of people like me that are really good and just got into Riichi City. And they are just ranking up extremely fast, and then you have people who have waited longer but are kind of stuck at this skill level. The wrong here on the 2 of characters, it's Mangan or it's Hanuman if we hit anything. We hit an Ura. That is 18,000. It might be a very it could be a very short video, but I will be uploading the video. Like, if there are some technical issues, I might not, but when I'm start recording, you can pretty much assume, or like, if you watch a video, you can pretty much assume that it's one take and not selected videos where I win or anything like that. Just so you know. I do play enough where I can choose my videos if I really want to, but I don't do that. We can keep the ease, but I don't think the 3 of characters. I think the 3 of characters is good here. We are looking for an upgrade. We still have a middleweight here on the 8 of characters, which we want to get rid of. Our pair shape, the 2 of dots with the 1 of bamboo here is quite weak as well. We do have a Tora middleweight here in the character suits, but hand is still very far away. Here, the person on the right already got a Tora, so there are only 3 left. And our hand is currently very stuck in this current state. It's just waiting until the player here on the right declares Riichi, and then we can give up our hands. Okay, that's a perfect draw. We got the 3 of characters, and we are moving towards a ideal 2-pair shape, and then we have a 2-sided weight here, and then double cut shots or double middleweight here in the bamboo. I still have to figure out what terms I'm going to use in my English commentaries, because there are different English terms and they are not all the same. I just have to figure that out by go. The 1 of bamboo is dead now, so the dual palm weight is almost dead. There are two dots. I call them circles, but dots is just 1 syllable instead of of 2. like characters, like you can call them corrects as well, but I have like a different association with corrects or like tattoo or something. I don't like it, but it's just personal preference. I just keep calling them characters. We are one away. This 140 full for 1300 plus 1 bonus stick for 1600. Perfectly fine. The nice, the Riichi player, the Riichi as well. It was safe against Riichi. Because of the Futin rule, I won't be translating Futin, but Futin means if you discard the tile, you can't win off of discards of the tile that you discard. So I can't win on the one of bamboo here because I discarded it. If I have a 1-4 bamboo weight, I also can't win on the 4 of discard because one of my outs is in my pond, so that prevents me from winning. It is really unique to Riichi Mahjong, but it's a very important rule. It's also a rule that makes Riichi Mahjong like one of the only versions of Mahjong where you can really defend against other players. Like in other Mahjong variants, you can defend. We are one away here. We will cut 5 into 7 characters for the chimney weight, the 5-8 dot with the east. If we kept the 2 of dots, we might have had like a half flush here, but we don't need a value here. We're just going to pawn the east and then just win. Like we don't need 3900 for east half flush. We are just trying to get east only. Just east for 1 hand. There is a two-sided weight call here by Kiariot. I can pronounce the names of my opponents, but of course I can't read the Japanese or Chinese characters. We have a very wide one away. We accept the 5-8 of dots and the 6-9 of dots and then the 2-5 of bamboo with the east. There is even a world where we get like 3 concealed triplets or even 4 concealed triplets, but now the person here on the left has declared Riichi, so we have to respect that to some extent. Pawn into Tempai. It's kinda scary pushing this, but there's not really a choice. They already dropped Tora. No, they probably don't have another North Tora. They had like 2 red 5s. Almost a mixed triple sequence, but not quite. History. The person here on the right is close to busting. The game will end when people go in the negatives. It's also like a win condition for us. If they get negative and we just win the game outright. We have a hand with 2 Tora, 1 normal Tora, the 8 of characters, and the Aka Tora here, the red 5 in the bamboo suit. This is currently not connected. We will discard this 1 of dots, which is really unconnected. We have the east and the white dragon here, which we really want to pair up because they are value tiles and we can just win when we have 1 triplet of it. They are both 1 card. I think it's okay to go 1-2 of characters here. The default cards are definitely cutting the honor tiles, the value tiles here, but we have a very slow hand, and the only way I see that we can win is getting an upgrade here with the Rakuhai, or like the 3-man would be a nice draw, but he would still be very far away. This 8 of dot is a very good draw for and pure double sequence draw. A shape that is twice cut red dragon. The pastorals are the 8 of dots, 7 of characters, and then something that connects to the Akatora 5s. I'm a bit hesitant to push this 9 of Bamboo with his 5 in the pawn, but I think we are just going to give the hand up. I don't see any way to win the hand. Like this 9 of bamboo is not a real style. It's real against the person here on the left. Because they have 2 bamboo cores already for perhaps a half flush, but they drop the 2, the red second, they drop the white. They can still have like a full flush. The chance of full flush increase when it doesn't look like a half flush. We can push the 3 out, and that is a half flush here on the right as well with a full straight. Well, basically a manga. You have the red dragon pair here, just one Han, now the second Han with the ease is presented. We don't have a third pair, so we can only go one of them. You can actually pawn both of them, but we don't have another pair, and now we are just one away. With the dual pawn weight, the ease and the red dragon and the 5-8 of characters. And we will be calling here for one Han. If we pair up 6 or 7, we probably just not change our weight. We will just toss the tile back that we have just thrown. Because the value difference between 1 and 2 Han is it's not worth it. Good weight is just way better. 8 tiles versus 4 tiles, and only 2 of the 4 tiles would be more. If it was the difference between 2,000 and 3,900, then it's a different story, but we sumo here 300, 500, 300 from the non-dealer, 500 from the dealer. I don't like how Riichi City and also display like the full value. Because I would rather see them like on Tenho that they show the payments instead, how much every player pays, and 1100 is not like what they pay. It's 300 from the non-dealers and 500 from the dealer, and then it says like 300, 500 in Tenho. And also, if you're playing in person, you should announce your scores like that. It's not like you win 1100, you just win 300, 500. The payments. That's a nice connection here on the bamboo shape. We can accept the middleweight 3, and then we can cut the 7 for dual pawn weight, or we can cut the 8 for the 6-9 of bamboo. We have another pair here, so we don't have Raku, so we can't go, or we can't open yet. Okay, like I try to be faster here, like being time to cut the entire character suit, but we are too slow, so like we can't win anymore. Or like we are not pushing the 5 for sure. The 2 of characters is not the real star, but we really need to be Tempai in order to push that. They are not in the Dora suits. Okay, the rest is also live. Yeah, it's some weird that they have 2 of dots here with all triplets, but I'm not that worried about that. The rest came out with the Aka core. We are just pushing safe tiles here. The 6 is safe here against the Riichi, and the person here on the right comes back here with a Mangan. Oh, Dora-san, okay. Mangan Shima. And they are back in the game. South Tooth, no bonus sticks. I like sometimes Riichi City translate, but bonus 6 they call like Humba, but like it's like the English pronunciation. Oh, my hands, my territorials. It's like Pumba or something in Japanese, or like I think if you watch Emily, you hear Pumba with like a B sound. But like it's really English, or like if you just call them Humba. So I usually refer to Humba as bonus sticks, and then I don't have to worry about the pronunciation, but it's just that to just a heads up that I do try to avoid terms that I can't pronounce. But I usually call them bonus sticks. So we are in South to one bonus stick, or South to one repeats or bonus sticks, or basically the same thing. We have a nice hand. We are moving very quickly. We are 2 away from a waiting hand. It's a nice upgrade for the 36 of characters for the two-sided blade. We need one more block. The best rule is probably the 3 here, and then we can cut the 1, and then it's called, in Japanese, it's called Kutsuki. When you have floating tiles for 1 away, you have floating 5, floating 2, and a floating 5 of bamboo. If we get a two-sided blade, we're just pressing the Riichi button here. If we were throwing like a middle weight instead of a two-sided blade, I think I would just break Tempai and then try to fish for a two-sided blade. Because there's no reason to take the risk here with no Toras while leading. So now we just have 8 tiles at most. It's the expensive suit, but it's perfectly fine. I'm not pressing the auto comp button here because I don't think we want to comp. Because it inflates hand value, and we don't need the hand value here because we are leading. Or do we? I kinda want. Nah, okay. I just told you that we are not going to press the comp button, so I'm not going to press the comp button. I was really tempted. Okay, we missed out on potential value, but if we were in a chase and we gave the person across like 3 Toras, we would be like throwing the game. I'm also trying to win, by the way. It's also kind of part of the series. I'm trying to be both informative and play the game as like almost my highest ability possible. But this series on Riichi City, I have multiple series, but this series on Riichi City is definitely the most casual one. But it's not like that I will be throwing the game or doing really weird stuff. I reserve that for a stream, so if you join my stream, you might see some weirder stuff where I just asked the people in my stream what they would want to do here, but not on the videos for sure. The series is called like trying to get to like galaxy anyway, so I kind of want to reach that. I don't know how long it will take. It really depends on how much I will be streaming Riichi City. But anyway, back to the game. There's a 7 of characters from within the hand. The great outdoors came from the world. The white tiles came from within the hand. It's only really used at the highest level. Well, that really becomes important because it takes like 50% of my thinking power or something. Because I have to remember what these tiles were, if they come from within the hand or from the wall. And Riichi City has like a makes it really easy for you. You can just enable it in the settings. It's maths. It's here. It's called. Wait. Shimakiri Tower or Town Shimakiri. But you are basically just nerfing yourself if you disable it, or like you are playing on it on hard mode, and there's just no reason to play it on hard mode when you have easy mode. As a Tilo Riichi, I really want to fight this, but I don't think we really can. He just got the 2 here and then try to play around it. We can't discard this 5 of that. It's like the most dangerous style. And then it's probably the most dangerous style besides the 36 of. I think the person on the right is still fighting, but they already turned into my Hanuman in East 1, so I don't know to what extent they are fighting. Nichimo. There's the Dora. I didn't see the Dora, but they have 2,000 each. Getting the Riichi 6 back, it's plus 6,000 and not really plus 7,000, but that is also some complaint that I have from the Riichi games. Like, I know you deposit like 1,000 points when you clear Riichi, but you don't really win it. Like, if you win your Riichi, you just get it back. You don't really win 1,000 more with your Riichi because you put 1,000 in the middle. Like, it's kind of there, but like, it's not really there. Like, I like to compare to like a casino where you bet $100 with 1-to-1 ratio and you win the 50-50, and then the casino says you won $200, while 100 is basically your own bet. You're just returning your own money, and you only won 100 basically, or you gained 100 to be more specific. Yeah, 2 away here for hopefully painful hand in all sequences hands, but we are kind of stuck here on this 7 of bamboo, which we have to draw, and then we have to draw a 2-sided weight because painful has to have a 2-sided weight, and we have a 2-sided weight here. We are still looking for an upgrade around this 4 of characters to get a 2-sided weight, and we get a 5 of bamboo. We can get a full straight as well. The 1 of bamboo is almost dead though, so that might not happen. This 4 being connected to the 5-6 here is stronger than a lone 4. So we are keeping the 4 for the upgrade. There might be even a pure double sequence here in the Pinsu suit. The dots in the dots. There it is. This got the 8 first and then the 9. If it is a all simples hand, they can't win on the 9, so we discard the 8 of bamboo in advance. And then we have the safer tile here with the 9, which they can't win on, except when they have Rakuhai, but we can see all the Rakuhai, so they can't have Rakuhai on the left. It is a triplet and we are headless. It's still very strong shape. We can pair up to 3 of bamboo or 4 or 5 of dots, and then we have a waiting hand as well. But here we can discard from our close triplet for a painful Mantura, and I think we are just going to stay hidden here. If in your own games, if you're playing tournaments, you can press the Riichi button here, but I prefer just staying hidden because it's kind of the expensive suit here. The player here on the right doesn't need any more characters, and then they discard a lower bamboo, which kind of indicates that they only have 1 bamboo block and 2 more dots blocks. So maybe it might be a bit dead. There's a Tilo Riichi, which we. This is safe. Here in the core, here on the left, this 8 of characters has been got already by the Tilo. We have to push a bit, but we are not pushing that hard. That is safe as well. Let's see how far we can push this hand. This one is also safe. There is a wall of the 3 of characters. We see 4 3 of characters, one here on the left, one discarded here, and two here on the right. There's a second Riichi, it says here. That is a very dangerous style, but it doesn't deal in, and we Shimo here for Shimo Pinfu Toram, and then one bonus stick is 1300, 700, 1300, which becomes 800, 1400, sealing both of the Riichi 6. Basically looking in first. Let's see what we can make happen here. It looks like an all simples hand. If you really want to go extreme, you can cut a 9 of character and keep the value tiles for either a simples hand, or you can force an Ono value triplet. Here we are one away if we got a 2 of bamboo, but we are not going to cut a 2 of bamboo because it has a very good upgrade here with the 4, 5, 6. It's also a simple style, so we are looking for a simples hand here, or simples. I think we can discard a 7 here. This extra 6 of dots doesn't do much, or it looks like it doesn't do much, but if we can get the reblocks into the pin suit or in the dot suits, it would be amazing. We will be discarding the 6 here because we have 2 blocks here in bamboo, 2 blocks in dots, and then we only need 1 block here in the character suit, and like we kept the extra 6 for perhaps a possibility of getting a third block in pins, and we don't need a third block in pins. Now we are one away with the dual pawn weight with the 2 of bamboo and the 5, and the 2 of bamboo has been once cut. And we can technically, well, we can pawn the 5-man AK, and we can see here the 2, 5 being order 4 of characters, the 2, 4 dot, I mean. If we get Tempai here on the dual pawn weight, we can see the 3 of bamboo. Imagine if we see the 2, 5, we can see the 3, and then we have a 4, 7 weight, but here like we have such a lead that we can just ignore the Riichi here. Like if we deal in, we are likely going to be first anyway. Or like done. Okay, we go again. In high level rooms, you can expect the first player to be dealing into the last player, but we could just win the hand, so we were just trying to win our hand as well. They drop Dora as well, so the chances of it being Hanuman are slightly reduced. It could still, like, you kind of want to touch the Ipache most of the time, but I thought my saves, my hand was good enough. Our hand does kinda suck here. There's no obvious open hand here, and there's no obvious Yaku here. So our hands kinda sucks. There might be a mixed triple sequence of 6, 7, 8, and we will definitely see the 7s and the 8 here, the 8 of characters and the 7s here. We do have like 6 blocks if we do that, but we can go one of dots, and then have a all simple shift. But for now, we are just waiting, just waiting until we get some upgrade because our hand is very bad. Ideally, we can do the same thing as potentially last turn, is feed the person on the right or feed the person across for less than 12,000 points, and then just win. The goal is really marginal here. You can skip here as well, but I don't really respect my opponents that much here anyway, so we are going to open here. We do have like 2 middleweights, the 6-8, with 1 4 of characters here, because this is how it works. But now we can go one of dot. We don't have a pair, which is in a simple tile red, but that is really not a problem with so many patch shapes. Every counter acceptance of this 468 bamboo shape, it's basically 9 tiles to pair something up, pair one of the tiles up, or 8 tiles to complete a sequence. So it's basically equal for the head as it is for completing the shape. And then you have like this for this even dots here for even dots. It is 12 tiles versus 12 tiles. So it's basically 12 tiles to complete a shape versus 12 tiles to pair something up. But now we might not even get first. This Dreamon is Suchi. Suchi refers to interval. I will not be translating Suchi, I think, because it's really hard. I don't know what the English term is for Suchi, like interval. And then we have this 4 of bamboo. It's middle Suchi. But the 3 of dot has to sparse. I don't think we have such a high model rating after the game. This 9 of bamboo has passed here. I hope that we can get first, but otherwise it's kinda sucks. 3,900 plus 300 and then plus the Riichi 6 makes 5,200, but basically they only gain 4,200 as I explained earlier. Raku here is all simples or not. It might be painful or sequences. Perhaps a pure double sequence here in the character suit. If we get a 4 of dots, the 4 of bamboo, I mean, from the person on the left, we are going to press the call button because if we can open our hand, it's worth a lot. We have 4 pairs here. It's really not what we want, but I don't know. Like I don't know what the best cut is there. I guess we can keep pairs, but like an open hand is so much better. If we get somewhere close towards an open hand, we will just go the hand down. But we are 1 away from 7 pairs here. With 2 Toras and also all simples, but if we get a ready hand, I don't think I can call that. If we get a ready hand, we will be trying to switch out for a terminal tile or an honor tile to wait on for our final wait, but currently we are still just waiting, well, not for that, for any upgrades. I really don't know how I don't get like 7 pairs here, how I get a normal hand here. It's really difficult because we skipped this for bamboo core and I don't see an obvious way to get, I don't see it, so I think we are just looking in the 7 pairs here. It's already row 2, it's getting quite late. So it's just not going to happen in normal hand, especially with this 1 of bamboo card. Perhaps that was a mistake, but it couldn't open with this 1 of bamboo because we won't have Raku. Okay, the person across simmers and that ends the game. Oh my god, they have a 7 pairs hand. 7 pairs. Half plus. We didn't really focus on that. I think they can perhaps Riichi for the Paimon, but they can roll me to get first as well. We get a nice 195 points. We are almost, not almost ranking up, but like it probably doesn't take long. Oh my god, only 3.5. Oh, it's basically because we got fears, basically. Because, like, when you're fears, it's just doing random stuff, basically. But I don't think there's just no difference between those discards. And then here we are just one away, 3 pin 8, 3 of dots, 8 of dots, and then the 2 5. And then here, does it? Yes, it presses the win button, and we can see how the person here on the right dealt in. It's not a good deal in there. Probably should have just given up the hand, but 18k is 18k for us. He had some awkward hands. We had some very awkward hands, clunky hands. And here we are just giving up the hand. Wait. Oh, wait, and here we just deal in. There we deal in. Let's see. I know I'm going a little bit fast. I want to go 8 here instead of the 2. It wants to have the save for 2 for later, but there's just almost no difference. And then here it's a 5. Put a chimney weight and do the 7. And then let's see. Save 7. It goes, right, or not? Yes, it goes. I want to go 6. I want to go 6. I was thinking about the 6. I was thinking about the 6 or the 7, but I think the 7 is slightly safe. I really think so, but I'm not sure. Like, but I'm probably wrong because I really knows the deal in rates. I really knows the deal in rates. It just feels so bad dealing in like the 6, like it doesn't deal in, but it does give us more full, but I don't know if that's really a consideration. We have more value if we got a 6. We have 40 full, but it's 300 points, wow, or something, so, or 400 points. It's not, perhaps that is a difference, I don't know. We had a clunky hand here where we just decide to go for this sideways card because our hand is just too slow. I want to push, but like I don't want to push anymore. I'm out. That is kind of why you have like low ratings. I want to read this. Oh, it's safe. But I don't want to feed Honitze here. I can suspect or giving up the hand completely. And personally on the left is still 2 away from a full flush. And then here there's a win. Very good for us. Let's see on the call. They call here, and then there's just nothing in this hand. We win here, and then like it's also like when we win it's really short, and when we defend it's pretty long, and that's why we have a bad rating. But it's mostly like that, like when you have a, like here the order doesn't really matter, but here it's still 1 away. I want to go 2, but I think the 2 sometimes deals into our old siblings hand here on the left, so I didn't want to trust that. So you go 9-9, and then here with this south card, I just put them on a half flush, so I push the 2 pin here, and then there's a Riichi on 5-8 of characters. And personal cross is still 1 away, and then here it's a 6-9 on the left. Oh, okay. I was like, nice hand, but but it didn't last long. And I like these also, like I want to keep the green dragon, but I don't see it. Like it's so minor, and then here it definitely presses the Riichi button with no Raku, and then we can scroll through until we win this hand? Yeah, he won this. And let's see if the AI just discards here because we have a lead. We can check the wall. It would have revealed the 3-man new Tora and the 6 the 3 of characters we for Tora and the 6 of Pempu for the Ura Tora. So we would have hit 2 Uras if we pressed the comp button, but it didn't happen, so we just got 1300 with a bonus stick. We got such a clunky hand here, like it really wants to discard this 9 of dot, but I don't really agree. This is an interesting decision though. The advantage of keeping this 8 of characters is that you can go all simples. You can go all simples. See the 6, got a 9. But I thought I would just go for a painful hand. And then AI doesn't like the scut, and then we are fully out, so it doesn't really matter. And then they win. Like the small things just don't matter. Like I know when it doesn't matter. Like don't take it from me because I tell you so. But like the early discards just don't matter at all. Like the decisions at 1 away and Tempe are way more important. And here we are 1 away for our painful tournament. And then let's see what it does on this. It doesn't press Riichi. Okay, it just doesn't press Riichi. Okay, good for us. There's nothing to do here, right? We got we got many safe tiles against the first Riichi, and then we basically didn't need to push any tiles. The person here on the left got Tempai again here. Well, got Tempai here. Very good for them on drawing the 3, which is also the deal in tile here. It's a middle tile 6 here on the right for Riichi 1 AK 105 and a 4-7 here across for Riichi Pinku 1 Tora as Stilo, which is really scary, but we won, so let's see if I want to go to here for just E something or like 1 away. That is, I don't like it. I like the 1 or the 9. That is 2 and 3 here. Because we have double middleweight, double bad weights, it can't really upgrade. I like this, especially for ourselves. For perhaps in each one I would cut a 2, but not here, because we really want to just open our hand. We want to open our hand like this. And let's see, AI agrees with this push. A middle tower 6 is really curious. Can we how did they end up? Okay, but were they not waiting here? Curious. It's really what did they do? It's really awkward how they ended up on the 6. It's really weird how they ended up here on the 6. Maybe moving towards Olaf. I want to keep the Rakuhai, the Feru tiles here for open hand. Like the hand is just never going to win. I think it skips this 8 as well, but like this is a skip. Yeah, like I knew it. It's kind of skip, but I was like, I'm not facing that strong of opponents, so like I might make it happen. And then the Riichi came in, and then we are kind of screwed here because we are nowhere close to a waiting hand. And then they actually win here on the 3. Or they yeah. Wait, I want to see. Wait, can we go back one? Wait, I want to see the person on the right, how they dealt in. Just 1 second. Because they are like 1 away here. They also didn't play efficiently. They just messed up there. Like, I don't know what is going on here on the right. I'm really not sure what's going on. Like, this is a one of Pempool card, but like, I don't want to check the hand anymore. Let's move to the last hand. It too was really difficult. We all, yeah, like it's forces 7 pairs here, and then it feels that like that we are pretty stuck, and then it's some, and then here the person across got a waiting hand. It's curious that they didn't wait on the 9. The 9, oh, the 9 is dead. If they, nah, they wouldn't have enough with the Paimon. They wouldn't. So it is good that they Tama. So if we dealt in there, it's only 8k. But anyway, that was it for me today. If you enjoyed it, like just comment down below, and I will see you in the next episode.